After eons of tyranny, the demon god Adir was finally overthrown by humanity. Though fear of his terrible power endured. And so was formed the hallowed Sentinels. Our duty being to stand vigil for signs of his return. Even exile to another realm could not silence the fallen god forever. And in time, Adir's malignant influence pervaded the world once more. In his hunger for vengeance, Adir orchestrated the return of his demonic army. Light was swallowed by shadow, and with it, hope. A new, grim champion arises, the Dark Crusader. And perhaps it will indeed come to pass that only they who shun the light in order to fight the darkness possess the power to defy a god.
Hello chat, and welcome again to another Souls-like game and to the channel. So if you've seen any of our previous videos, you know that I have been playing Black Myth Wukong in my free time, and that I'm doing this little series called the Souls-like series, where I'm going to be playing a ton of Souls-like games. So today we have Lords of the Fallen, because as much as I love Wukong, I need a break from Chapter 2. Chapter 2 has been completely destroying me. I have a ton of, I don't know if all the videos for Chapter 1 are out, but I've made it to Chapter 2. I need a break. I need something different. So, we are doing Lords of the Fallen today. Yeah, let's get into this. Ages pass, distorting self-delusion into faith, with few obtaining the revelations they so desperately seek. In a conflict between the divine, are mortals mere pawns? It's got the same vibe as like, Cortu ergo sum, I think, therefore I... Okay, not ominous at all. For she must feed. I know who they're talking about, because the recent... Oh, cutscene.
Boris, forgive me. Let's steer this weapon of deliverance to a worthier servant than I.
Hey, bro
Never
is...
possessed the metal for this, Crusader. You failed.
Hey, bro is, 2 for 2 now. I'm not looking forward to fighting that guy at all. La di di da. The Souls like resurrecting the main character. Okay. So, I know some of these classes. We have the Hollowed Knight. This is probably the one I'm going to end up going with in the end. But this one has really good stats, like base starting stats. This one's like a blank slate. It's got good strength, decent agility, good endurance, decent vitality, some good radiance, some good inferno. We're probably not going to be able to get radiance or inferno for a while, and I'm probably not going to ever use inferno as of right now. Decent armor, it's medium encumbrance, so that means rolling will be pretty fast. And it's one-handed. I can two-hand the weapon, I guess. The Warwolf. Do I have to select it? Yeah, okay. So, the Warwolf is like Viking type berserker type guy. Strong fighter, big two-handed weapon. Yeah, they're like a strength, agility, and vitality build. Very light armor. Not too terrible. Partisan. Now, Partisan is interesting because they have a crossbow, as you can see, and then they have like a flail, which I do not like that moveset at all. But the crossbow is really enticing for me because I do love a good ranged weapon. More said infantry. This is for more cautious players with like spear, long reach, and my playstyle is definitely not cautious. Not that cautious. I prefer to go in swinging more than anything else. So, probably not going there. Ranger. I am not doing a range build, chat. I mean, they've got an axe. They've got an axe. I think they have... Do they have the throwing knife? I think they do have the throwing knife. I'm not going ranged, chat. I can't do ranged. I will be really upset if I do ranged. Let's see. Exiled Stalker. Rogue, fast, not strong. Ooh, this is tempting. But I'm also not the best at dodging, and this guy has like no defense. Now, tempting. He's a bit of a chubby boy, not gonna lie. He's got magic. Look at that radiance. It's like 18 radiance. That's insane. He also has a hammer, but I also know his defense is terrible. Like, terrible defense. Terrible defense. I hate this guy's armor so much that I'm not wearing him. I don't like wearing armor that's like made of skin almost up there. And also, I don't want to be playing the path of Adir. That's not the ending I'm going for. And I'm also not a masochist. So this is like the Wretch Elden Ring class. I'm not doing it. So we're going to go with Hallowed Knight just because... I don't know. I like knights. I think this guy will fit my playstyle the best. The best. Let's do it. Chat head. Okay, so while I'm creating a character, I just kind of want to talk about Lords of the Fallen and why most people haven't heard of it. So back in 2014, they created the first version of Lords of the Fallen, which was a pretty decent game. A lot of people enjoyed it. It wasn't terrible, it wasn't amazing, just was pretty decent. Now it's terrible compared to games we have now, but back then it was pretty interesting. So they decided to create a sequel, which would be this game, and they started marketing this game, and honestly, it looked amazing while they were marketing it. They really sold people on the whole fact that you could traverse two worlds, the world of the living and then the Umbral world of the dead type of thing. Everyone loved that. people were actually really excited for this game because it looked like it was such a fun, inventive, new take on the Souls-like genre. Unfortunately, like a great many Souls-likes, it had terrible problems at release. So, like, some of the issues they had were, first of all, really glitchy. A lot of indie Souls-likes aren't made by, like, big AAA game studios. They launch with so many bugs that are almost unplayable, actually. It's kind of sad because so many great games are killed by that. Of course, there are exceptions to this rule, such as No Rest for the Wicked and Lies of P. But Lords of the Fallen suffered from glitches. Terrible glitches. Like, you couldn't play the game. Another issue that there was is enemy placement was fricked up. It was terrible. You would sometimes be fighting like 10 enemies at once, and no matter if you're max level or not, that's gonna kill you. Just, the spawn rates were so high, it was terrible. Now you'll notice I keep saying at launch, so what is the game like today? The devs are amazing for this game. I have never seen more dedicated developers for this game. Like, I went to college for website development, and I dabble in game dev, and I can't imagine the level of commitment this team had. They basically created this, year-long timeline of what they wanted to do to improve the game. They fixed all the glitches, they fixed enemy placement, they added a ton of new content, free DLCs almost. They just were amazing, honestly. They supported the game, they made it better constantly, to the point of that it's a completely different game now. So much better, everything's more refined, there are hardly any glitches. I found a few, but that's just any game. I found a ton of glitches in Black Myth Wukong too. It's been amazing to see how this game has gone from being terrible trash to being one of the greatest Souls-like games I've ever played. And granted, I haven't played many, but I've played enough to know that this game is pretty amazing. Oh, look at me struggling with the character name. that took like a few tries for me to figure out how to do that. So, in retrospect, this game is something I'm really excited to play for. Like I said, I dabble in game design, and creating a Souls-like is my dream. So I'm really excited to see how this game works, and to analyze it, and to even play it. This game is amazing. Rolfarg. What the heck? I am terrible at naming things. Someone get me help with naming things. Oh gosh. Alrighty, back to the actual gameplay now. Okay, chat, let's see how good Rolfarg is gonna be. Our boy Rolfarg. Let's see, chat.
Lo, the latest receiver of his grace. Great potential dwells within you, doubtless, for you to be chosen thusly. And so does Aureus' wisdom guide my hand in the bestowment of this subsequent boon.
I like him. He's cool.
Your flesh has been made sacrosanct with the mark of the Dark Crusaders. Prove yourself worthy of this gift. Seek me in the bowels of the bridge. Our work is of the greatest import.
That dragon guy is going to be the final boss of Area 1, isn't he? I can already just feel the pain. Visually, I do like this game. I know it did terrible at launch, but the team has been very dedicated to updating, maintaining, and improving this game. So why is the heal? X is stance change. Dodge. Heavy attack. Oh, that's cool. So that allows us to see the umbral. Allows us to pull out. To do shield. So that's chaining combos. Okay. First kill, let's go. RS. So the issue is, just like in Black Myth Wukong, I am still playing with the terrible Switch controller I have. So all the controls are inverted for some reason, so it's really hard for me to remember how to play. Finally. Oh, I'm out of heals now. Oh, yeah, I have grenades. Oh. That's terrifying, to be honest. Let's see if I've missed anything. Now, this is the way we need to go, for sure. But I want to know what's behind that door. Okay. Umbral entity. Umbral is like the land of the dead, so I think if we die, we go to the Umbral. Then we have... Oh, wait. So that entity is tied. Looks like it's still going up there. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna two-hand my weapon right now because I know I need it as it is. Oh! First hit, chat. I have a bad feeling about this, I'm not gonna lie. I know that the longer I stay in Umbral, the more monsters come to get me. Sorry that I'm being so quiet. I'm just trying to get through the tutorial and learn everything so I don't die. Let's try that then, yeah. There we go, we did it. There we go. Huh. This tutorial, there's not going to be a lot here for me to talk about. Hopefully, no longer an umbral. Oh goodness, that was starting to freak me out. Because umbral is terrifying, because you stay in there too long, you do get hunted down pretty brutally, I hear. Like they punish you for being an umbral too much. 100% a boss fight. It's gotta be, right? Or a new area. Let's get our heals. Let's get our heals back. Hey, stop using those heals accidentally. There we go. So vigor seems to be the currency. Okay. I could kind of tell that was a scripted boss fight just by the fact that it didn't allow us to fight him. Okay, parasites. Alrighty, so these parasites do. So going that way isn't an option right now. Okay, let's go back to that upper path. Looks like we go into Umbral chat. This Umbral mechanic is so fun and so, like, such an interesting thing at the same time. I can really see why this game had so much potential and why so many people were upset when it originally launched with as many issues as it did, because this game really is amazing. It's like there have been a lot of it's like there have been a ton of lamp bearers. Do we want to? Okay, so, 5. I don't really understand what each one does. I think vitality is health, but I want to go. I'm a strength build guy, so we're gonna definitely do strength build more than anything. I need to hit something, or I'm gonna get cooked soon because I've got a lot of withered health right now. Story.
Sentinels! To the cliffs! Fall back! Fall back!
No! Wait! Where are you going? Help us!
So that's another thing that happened in the story too. The Sentinels began to get very paranoid about everyone being corrupted, even though they themselves were corrupted. It was the cause of the corruption that made them paranoid, so they kept, like, abandoning people who needed their help. And, so I think that's what we just saw. They just ran away, choosing to save themselves, and leaving the villagers to die, it looks like. What am I doing? Lock on, gosh. Just die. You're 1 health. Gosh. But yeah, I think that's what we just saw. Kind of a cool system. What the heck is that? Die. Go away. Just gotta fight these guys, I guess. Okay, what's next? I'm assuming there's gonna be a boss fight soon. Okay, I'm starting to learn that difficulty is a bit bigger. It's a bit more complicated, it seems, than, like, common enemies are harder to deal with than in Black Myth Wukong. Like, in Black Myth Wukong, normal enemies are hardly ever what you need to be looking out for. And in this game, you do kind of need to watch out for some of the normal enemies, which is interesting. I like it. I like it a lot. It's an interesting change, and I think it might take some getting used to for me, to be honest. So we need to figure out where to go from now. This is more classic Souls-like, I feel like, where it's harder to find where to go, and it's a much more linear game. Less linear, but like more linear at the same time than Black Myth Wukong is. You know, right now, have I missed anything? Okay, emerge. I'm seeing some pretty terrifying enemies all around me right now, and I don't like it. This is gonna be a boss fight, I can guarantee it. Just realized, yeah, it's gonna be a boss fight. They're gonna be a vestige, which is equivalent to a bonfire or a shrine. Bonfire if you're a Elden Ring player, and shrine if you are a Black Myth Wukong player like me. Or if you're a Crab's Treasure player, Moon Snail Shell. Let's see. Well, this guy just got resurrected and told, hey, beat up these monsters. Umbral, I'm guessing. Oh wait, I know where to go. I think I know where to go. It's definitely like I'm starting to get that feeling of where it's very similar to Black Myth Wukong, where like it's hard to find stuff. In Chapter 1, Black Myth Wukong was basically the tutorial. And so like everything was super easy to find and all that, but like Chapter 2, it's definitely a lot more like explore and find your own type thing. But in Chapter 2, which the video will not be out by the time this is posted, but it was a lot harder than I had expected because of having to look around for stuff. So if I go into the Umbral world right now, this should be accessible, is what you're saying to me? Oh, those must be my soul flame charges. The atmosphere in this game is really fun. I love the atmosphere. Joe, we should probably go this way. Because I just got out of Umbral, I don't want to go back. Yet. That is not a boss, is it? Oh, wait.
Carry the lamp long enough, and you'll see history repeat, over and over. If you don't want to keep retreading the same ground yourself should you fall, make use of this.
Vestige seed. Okay. So, vestige seed, let's say you like were to like die in Umbral or like die in a boss fight, you could like place your own artificial vestige, which is really, really nice, only on those certain flower beds. So like, let's say you died to a boss, you'd come back in Umbral, go back to the normal world, and then fight. Pretty cool. Fun fact, I have a theory about who this guy is. And it works exactly the same as a vestige, which is really nice. There was, if I'm correct, there was an issue when the game first launched because what was it? There was a game when the game first launched where vestiges, you never used them because you were always afraid that there was going to be a better place to use them or something. So like a lot of people never used them. At least it tells me that I need a key and not just the door will not budge, my child. And there we have it. The first view of Adar. This was one of the key areas that I kept seeing in promotional material for the game. I've seen many much better days. A bunch of swords lying around. That's a boss fight. That is 100% a boss fight. If that's not a boss fight, then I am not a Souls player. Oh gosh. He's fighting another monster, it looks like. Looks like he also wants to fight me, though. So it looks like we fighting. We got no choice. We fighting, chat. These enemies, like, look insane, bro. Like, they're awesome. Like, I'm upset that I have to fight these guys. They look insane. Can I get that sword? Please? Drop that. Now, I know they were fighting these guys, so these guys must not be fully evil. Oh, that's what he was fighting. They were all fighting each other, it looks like, and it looks like there were a ton of other things he was fighting up here, too. Bro, seriously, was just, like, fighting a ton of people. I know bro was cool. I didn't know he was that cool. Goodness. Good gravy Marie. What is this? It's an egg? It's a weird looking egg. Alright, ammunition pouch. That's nice. Now if we could just get some, like, magic. That would be making me very happy. Oop. Now we're gonna go back to the vestige I planted. Probably. Hopefully. Or do we go fight the boss in Umbral to get an idea? Because we know we're gonna die. We're on 2 heals. Half health. And unfortunately, I don't have any withered health to gain back. Let's see. Yeah, boss fight. Told you guys.
Oh, holy Aureus, by your radiance, grant me the strength to continue to endure these dark days.
Oh,
to lay bare
it's her.
a path to salvation
I've heard of
for
this
my
boss.
wayward brothers and sisters, so we may walk it together and to strike down all those who would see our will defied. Even as our suffering continued, I honored my pledge of patience to the exactor. And yet you now appear before me, a stranger, bearing what was not yours to receive. A betrayal made flesh.
I need that weapon, chat.
I cannot brook.
Who are you, lady? Who even? Oh, it's her. Yeah, it's who I thought it was. I heard some people call her the Melania, I think, of this game. She is missing a lot, I will say. Oh, I'm gonna die. And since I was an Umbral, I'll go back to that one vestige I planted. Alright, chat, first death. Not bad. Not bad at all. Design. How the frick? Okay, that creature's not normal. Yeah, I'm just not doing really good today. I don't know why. Thanks for tuning in for day one. We're gonna be back tomorrow. We're gonna try and beat that boss. See ya.
せもそれらが結ばれるのは真の像